Friday, 17th of July. It's pretty cold. This is Tekapo. Tekapo was one of the first places that we camped when we started in New Zealand, and we have heard these rumours that New Zealand was in drought, which we found hard to fathom because there has been so much water, and in the west coast that we've just come from, there was so much water under bridges it wasn't funny. But now we've come back to Tekapo, and this is about where we were last time, and that river has got hardly anything in it. I scooted down there in those rapids last time, and you could almost just pick your way across the rocks now, which is pretty amazing. I guess it hits home that they do have droughts here where there's so much water it just rains and runs off and goes and drains down. So yeah, I would have thought they would have been able to harness that water a little bit more. Maybe they are working on that. So that was a bit of an eye-opener, that there isn't that much water around. And this is Tekapo now. It's all white. It's all white. It's melted quite a bit from last night, which I'm surprised, because obviously it's cold at night. You would think that the snow would stay more, because when we came it was just totally white, like a big white blanket everywhere. It's a bit clearer today. It was raining off and on all day yesterday, and Arthur's Pass was the most amazing drive ever done. I wouldn't want to do it all the time, and I'm just glad we experienced it that one time, that driving in the snow, and the ice was accumulating so quickly. It was a bit of a worry, and I was glad that we were really behind the snow scraper guy. Otherwise, yeah. But to experience that once in a lifetime was just magnificent. Just the amount of snow while what we were driving in was just, it was great, and it goes really quickly. It melts really quickly. I'm quite surprised. So there's a couple of vans here last night. I think there was about 4. We got here, it was quite dark. Ruby wants to push through to Invercargill. I've bought tickets for the car museum at Cromwell, so it's about 5 hours from here to Invercargill, and that's at a normal pace, and it's slowed right down with the road conditions. And also, like Lindis Pass, that slows down to 45k corners, 35k corners, and you've really got to pick your way through. And I don't want to rush, because this scenery is out of this world. Like coming through Arthur's Pass, that it was green the day before, and going back through when it was just white, it just eclipsed every other panoramic vista that we've seen in this whole trip, and there are so many of them in New Zealand. It's, yeah, far out. We're very, very lucky to have experienced snow, really, and been able to go to sleep and wake up covered in white. And I don't know how well we'd cope in the long term. We both have said that it'd take a bit of getting used to all the layers of clothes. They're quite a bit of a hindrance. I've been wearing gloves and things, and big jackets and jumpers and over jumpers, and it just makes it really kind of hard to move about a bit. Although we have noticed why you wear gumboots around here, because everything is really wet. My Ugg boots are really wet, and I'll have to replace them when I get back to Australia, because they're kind of almost ruined, which is a bit of a shame. You'd really need to buy purpose-built clothes for these sort of conditions. They're pretty extreme, but it's fun to just touch on them and experience them as we are. We're at the Highland Motorsport Museum in Cromwell, and it's pretty awesome. This is just one section. There's so much of it. There's Lamborghinis and Aston Martins and Porsches and just all the cars. It's amazing. This is like their little old section down the bottom here, the classic race cars. And you can hire them and you can drive them yourself. The modern ones, we've been watching them go around the circuit outside, and there's go-karts as well.